This is a young girl with a membranous cataract and a microcornea. And luckily, this is only in one eye. And I used a vitrector in this case to handle this membranous cataract. Let's see how the surgery goes. Initially, I am just measuring just to show the viewer uh, the measurements of the microcornea. The horizontal diameter, it's around 10 millimeters, and the vertical diameter is around 10.5 millimeters. So once done, I go ahead and place two side port incisions. One is for the AC maintainer and the other one is for the vitrector. I believe this membranous cataract to be an OM4. And the small blood vessel like filaments you see in the bottom, I think are just iris pigments. Probably a few fibrous blood vessels as well. Once both the side ports have been done, I am placing my AC maintainer, and I think there is an anterior and posterior capsule with a slight separation. Can't make out for sure. I see a small sort of clearing at that edge, and I am going to try and get a cleavage plane there, and there I got it. I am hoping to preserve the posterior capsule in order to put in an intraocular lens. The cut rate is around 300 or less. The vacuum is managed accordingly. You will have to go with the lower cut rate, as this is a membrane to be cut. You cannot go with your vitrectomy cut rates, anti-vitrectomy cut rates. Yeah, but as I was doing the membranectomy, I did injure the sphincter a little bit, but it's not going to be much of a problem, as you will see in the rest of the surgery. I think that's an enclosed part of the cortex. Not able to get it out now. I just concentrate on rest of the membrane, the anterior membrane. It's coming out well. I have to be careful not to damage my iris anymore. I don't want to take out this flap completely, as I would like both the anterior flap and the posterior capsule to be retained for safe placement of the IOL. I am trying to displace this bit of cortical matter. I am not successful with the vitrector. There I have got one piece. Since both my hands are engaged, I let go of my limbs, and rather than placing another side port, I use the AC maintainer to press that bit of hardened cortex into the vitrector probe. I am now trying to take out the rest of that. It's pretty well enclosed, so I tease it out with a Sensky hook. Trying to get it out, trying to rotate it out. It's between both the leaves of the anterior capsule and the posterior capsule, and there it's coming out. Not a good idea to leave this behind. So once again I take my vitrector and slowly but surely eat away all this. With a little help from the anterior chamber maintainer, I am able to break this into pieces for easier removal. A lot of patience is required. The flow of from the AC maintainer is making my job that much more tough. However, with perseverance, I am able to get out all of it. That's it, that's done. And now I place my 2.2 millimeter incision. This is to place in an intraocular lens. I am going to be placing a hydrophylic lens. Try to place it within both the lips. And even if this hydrophylic lens is within the sulcus, they are pretty well tolerated in the sulcus. However, I will definitely try to place it between the two lips. Now I am placing 2% HPMC within the chamber, and you can see that there is a small breach in the posterior capsule. That's there. However, there is no vitreous prolapse. I now take a Sinskey hook, and under this HPMC I am separating out all the iridocapsular adhesions. Otherwise this will hinder placement of my IOL lest it goes into the sulcus. And there carefully I go ahead, making sure it goes within the two leaves of the capsule. Place in the hydrophilic lens. These lenses are very easy to manipulate and are very well tolerated in the sulcus. I cannot guarantee that this will go into the bag and stay in the bag. Now the trailing haptic, I am carefully trying to again manipulate it between the two leaves, and I have done it. Once I have done the hard part, I go ahead and I remove the AC maintainer. I don't need it anymore, and very carefully aspirate all the HPMC from within the chamber with the Simcoe cannula under low flow. I finally hydrate the paracentesis wounds and conclude my surgery. Thank you for your patient watching.